we already share naturally a lot of customers. So whenever you actually use Infobip and you use HubSpot, it's kind of like a much larger impact that you can have as a customer. I'm Jose Jaramillo, and I've been in HubSpot for over 7 years, always working with solution partners. And currently, I'm leading the solution partner organization for Latin America. HubSpot is a CRM platform. That is what we do. We have in our base, in our heart, all of the data management and customers. And around those customers, there are different tools that we have developed. So we have marketing tools, we have service tools, sales tools, data tools, content tools. And the beauty about it is that everything is powered by artificial intelligence. HubSpot has this platform, and it helps millions of organizations grow better all across the world. Customer expectations are higher than ever. I think that is not specific about Mexico or Brazil, but it is very important, so it's worth speaking about that. These customers are demanding faster responses, immediacy, personalized content. Their demands are higher than ever, and they are just gonna keep growing. So of course that is very demanding for companies all across Latin America, especially Brazil and Mexico. And the trend is only trending up. So it doesn't look like it's going to slow down. So it's up to brands to actually reach customers where they are in these regions. The customer journey is all about context and having the right context about the person, the individual. Is, of course, it's about companies, but behind companies are people. And to understand where they are specifically, it's important to provide the appropriate message. So once you understand if a person is at an awareness stage, at a consideration stage, at a decision stage, you can tailor your approach and help them a little bit better, like according to what they are expecting and according to what the moment that they are going on through at that specific time. Also, when you have that context, you actually know which is the channel that might play a better role to communicate and to educate. So if it is awareness, it's going to be very different to consideration or to decision. And that's where key channels like maybe WhatsApp and RCS are going to play a very key role in those latest stages of the buyer's journey, right? When it's more personal, when it's much a tailored approach, when it's more a one-to-one type of communication rather than one-to-many, which could be at a much earlier stage of the buyer's journey. In terms of customer behavior and preferences, I think that it's all about immediacy and all about the proper channel. So of course in Latin America, in Mexico and Brazil, WhatsApp plays a very important role. So to be there at the moment where these customers or potential customers are asking the questions is very important. Also, there is this interaction with ChatGPT, with Claude, with Gemini. So also to actually be there in those specific answers that this artificial intelligence is showing is becoming more and more relevant with time. RCS is like the the baby, like the newborn. So it's always very exciting to see a channel starting to grow and have like this traction in specific markets like Mexico, Brazil, like India as well. So I think that it actually gives an opportunity for customers to reach their audiences through another channel. I'm not saying that WhatsApp is saturated or SMS is saturated. It's not like that. But of course, with the support of a new channel, then it's a good way to express different messages, to complement messages, to keep educating the customers and the prospects. So for me, this is a new opportunity, and the novelty actually is bringing a lot of excitement, starting in Brazil and Mexico. It's education. We need to educate the customer and the companies on the benefits and on the potential of something that is new. Something that companies really fight in Latin America, all over the world, but specific in Latin America, is change. So whenever you're proposing something that could be as big as RCS, maybe replacing some sort of communication or channel that we have nowadays, it's something that at the beginning produces a lot of skepticism. So I'll say that to actually have a good go-to-market and a good adoption, you need something that is very simple to understand. So if you're building this go-to-market and it's Infobip with HubSpot for a very specific price, it has to be very well explained, especially at the beginning where everything is new. So if you have to try it, you really need to understand it before moving forward. And then with the adoption, just to summarize, it's about educating and it's about testing. So what we always like to do in HubSpot and with customers that are maybe acceptable is try an MVP, try a test, try to see with data if things move forward, if you're finding the results, if compared to a very specific group, there are benefits, there are better metrics, outcomes, then that will naturally help the customers understand that this is the way moving forward and that it provides the results that they may be looking for in their strategies. The outcome is very important right now, and it will become much more important with time. We are at a moment in which the industry is changing a little bit, and the customers' expectations are higher than ever. Like, we're coming back to one of the first questions you asked me. If you are able to provide the outcome and the specific return on investment for every single dollar that a customer is spending, you're gonna have value, like perceived value. And then pricing is gonna become not a cost, but more of an investment. So return on investment, of course, is key at the beginning, like to show that return on investment, to show that point of equilibrium in time. I think that's very important, but also specific metrics around cost of acquisition. I think it's very important. The engagement, like the open rates, the interactions, the conversations, that will end up leading to this specific lagging indicator that we all want, that is the return on investment. But these leading indicators are also very important. That would be my expectation for RCS and this new channel. So right now the artificial intelligence, of course, it's a very hot topic, a trending topic. Everyone wants it. but not a lot of companies actually know how to do it or are prepared to use artificial intelligence. We've seen in HubSpot that the most prepared companies, the ones that are ready to use it, actually have solid bases. And what I mean by that is a solid data architecture. So they've been working many years in building a solid architecture, databases, to actually have this information ready for an AI to actually work with it. So basically what I see is the best combinations are those companies that have used a CRM for the past years, and now they are ready to actually turn on an AI and start accessing this information and all of these models and all of these tasks and automations that the AI is offering. Artificial intelligence is incredible. I'm fascinated by it. I think it's gonna have the most amount of impact. That's why, as HubSpot, we are betting hard on these connectors with Claude, with ChatGPT, with Gemini, because it's a way to really easily be where their customers are right now and will be in the future as well. So we're moving from an era of SEO, from search engine optimization, to IO, so something that we're calling artificial intelligence engine optimization. And it's a way in which companies will play a crucial role in these responses that the artificial intelligence is giving to customers that are prompting, that are asking the right questions there. So I think that is going to play a key role. It's going to only keep trending up, and people are going to be more familiarized with it and are going to be there much more time than they are today. It's actually very convenient to have the integration already developed and ready in HubSpot Marketplace. That makes it scalable, that makes it accessible, that makes it easy and fast, which is kind of like what we're looking for every single of our customers. So when partners like Infobip spends a lot of effort, a lot of energy developing this integration, it makes things easier for us and it makes things easier for our customers. So it's something that we really appreciate, because it's as easy as turning on an integration and you can have the best of both worlds. I think that to partner with Infobip, it's very logical. I think that we have a lot of commonalities. We share a lot of beliefs, and one of those is the customer-centric approach. This is the one that has really driven us to start collaborating. So it looks like it makes a lot of sense, because not only do we have this alignment in terms of customer centricity, but also we already share naturally a lot of customers. So whenever you actually use Infobip and you use HubSpot, it's kind of like a much larger impact that you can have as a customer. So organically, it has happened. So that's why it makes a lot of sense to really explore what organically is happening there and try to see if we can expand the reach and help other customers that organically might take a lot of time. We want to help them faster. For me, it's a win-win-win scenario. So basically, the customer wins first, because it's very important that in a partnership we never solve first for us, right? In this case, for Infobip or for HubSpot, is we first solve for the customer and then we solve for us. So if we are able to find a win-win-win scenario with a very customer-centric approach, like it's your style, it's our style as well, that's going to be a great partnership. So thinking about some of the words that I've been using along this interview, I'll say scalable, I'll say adaptable, and I'll say fast. Those will be my three. I think it means a new opportunity. It means solving bigger problems for customers. Things are gonna get more complex as times passes. So the future is gonna entail, it's gonna mean much more difficult, complex problems. So having more heads, having more technology, having more capabilities is gonna be a great way to offer a hand to those customers in the future that might be in need of both services, of HubSpot capabilities and Infobip's capabilities.